that you are going to go to be a real estate investor. Matter of fact, you have to start talking as if you are a real estate investor. Hey guys, this is Martin Perdomo, the Elite Strategist, and you're watching and listening to Latinos in Real Estate Investing podcast. And today I want to talk to you about how to build a real estate portfolio. Guys, but before I share that information with you, I want you to do me a solid and go to the link below and give us a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithms and it helps us continue to put out this type of content. I have a lot of information to share with you guys today, so I'm gonna ask you to go grab a pen and paper if you can, because I'm gonna give you everything I personally did to get started and to build my portfolio. If you are a person that has a job and you're looking to get started in real estate, or you're a young person just wanting to get your first real estate investment, or you're anybody, it doesn't matter the age, anyone, you're just looking to get your feet wet in real estate and you want to get your first deal, but you want to get your first right deal and you want to have equity and you want to be able to burr it, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. That's one strategy that you can do immediately right away to get started and literally have your first deal within 90 days. All right, I'm gonna get right into it, guys. So the key to this game is cash flow, right? I'm a big believer in cash flow. You want to have cash flow, right? Financial freedom comes when your passive investments surpass your monthly expenses, right? When that happens, you are automatically financially free. As per me, the way I chose to do that has been through real estate. Real estate has afforded me to live a wonderful life. My wife and I and my family, we live a wonderful life, and we're great. All of that's grateful to real estate. The first thing that you have to do, okay, is a formula that I've talked about before here on this podcast, on this show, and that is the D plus C plus MA square equals success. Okay, the D stands for you got to decide. All right, you have to make a decision mentally, emotionally, everything, right, that you are going to go to be a real estate investor. Matter of fact, you have to start talking as if you are a real estate investor. When people ask you what you do, I'm a real estate investor. I'm an engineer by trade, and I'm also a real estate investor. Regardless whether you have your first deal or not, you have to start becoming that. You become that by the words you use. So you have to decide mentally, emotionally, physically. I mean, you got to completely immerse and decide, hey, I'm in. Number two is you got to commit. Okay, that C is for commit. So you got to completely commit to this thing. I'm going to do this regardless, however slow or however fast, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do a little bit every day to move me closer to my goals. So you must commit, guys. That is an absolute ingredient to success. You got to commit to what your goals and your desired outcome is. And number three, MA square, is massive action times 2. And that's why you're watching this video. That's why you're listening to this podcast, is because you want to know what are those things. I just gave you the intangibles, which by the way are the two most important ingredients. You got to first make that decision, and number two is you got to commit, baby. You got to go all in. So the first thing I would do is, guys, number one is watch videos like this and go to the comments section and give us a thumbs up, and because it really helps with the algorithm, and leave us a positive review. Next to that is, the next thing I would do after I did that would be, I would go immediately download a Meetup app. Go to your iPhone, whatever you use, Droid, whatever it is, and look for the nearest real estate investors club around you and start. It's free, by the way. You can join the app for free, and you can attend most of these events for free. And these are events where the bunch of real estate investors get together, wholesalers, and they talk about current things in the market. The deals are happening there, wholesalers are there, you're going to find a mentor there, you're going to make friends. You want to totally immerse in the real estate investors space and energy. You want to get yourself familiar with the language. You want to get yourself familiar with what these guys are doing, guys like us are doing, how we talk, what we do, the deal flow. You want to go to these meetings. Just be in the room. You cannot have opportunities if you're not in the room. And I would immediately start RSVPing to as many as you can to those. Start networking with investors. Number 2 is start posting on Facebook groups. Go look for real estate investors groups in Facebook. Start posting things like, hey, I'm looking for my first deal. I'm looking for a good deal that, depending on your strategy, that doesn't need a light rehab, that has equity. This is what all investors are looking for. We're looking for stuff that doesn't have much work, obviously, but chances are the stuff that you're going to make your most money in is going to need heavier rehab. But they're out there. If you're in these groups and you are going to meetups and you're talking to people in this group, just let them know, hey, I'm in this town and I'm looking for properties in this town. If anyone comes across a deal, please send it my way. Then I would highly recommend Craigslist. You know, Craigslist is how I started building my business. Believe it or not, Craigslist still works. Go in there and start posting ads. I buy houses cash, anywhere, any condition. Go get yourself a Google phone number and then put that phone number for people to contact you. I'm going to put in the links below, I'm going to give you a bonus, and I'm going to give you my seller lead sheet. So when people call you back and you have a potential seller, I'm going to give you all of the questions that you have to ask that seller when you get your first lead. Also, bandit signs, guys, they work. You know, be careful, because some cities they're illegal. So what I would do is I would put them up on Friday afternoon after the zoning officers are gone, and then I would go on Sunday afternoon and take them down before they go back to work. That's what I would do, guys. Again, at your own risk. I'm not advising you to do that, but that's what I would do. You'll find leads there. I still get calls on my Google number years later from old people that had my phone number. The next thing is start getting your credit in order, right, guys? You gotta start getting your credit in order, because what I'm gonna teach you, what I'm gonna share with you later is that you're gonna go to a bank, right? You're gonna go and find a commercial bank, because you're not gonna be buying these properties in your name. You're gonna be buying them in an LLC. Just because you're not buying them in your name, you're still going to be a personal guarantor on these loans. So you need to still have good credit for the banks, for these banks to trust you. Start posting real estate investing related content on your social media. So go to different websites. You can go to my website. Actually, you could share some of my blogs, StrasburgREI.com, and we have a bunch of blogs there that's real estate related. How to do your first flip, how to buy your first investment property. Start letting your friends and your family know that, hey, this is what you're doing now. You're buying real estate. You're in the space, and then you want to start putting out that content, right? You can also check out my other website, skilledpropertyfinders.com. We also have real estate investing related blogs there. You can share those from there if you like. And you just want to start positioning yourself as, hey, guys, this is what I'm doing now, right? You want to start letting people know this is what you're doing. And the reason you want to do this, because of the next point I'm going to bring up, because you're going to start telling everyone you know that, hey, I am now investing in real estate. Here's a power question. This one question has raised me more money than any other question I've ever asked. You meet someone or you're with someone and maybe you know they have money. Maybe they got a lawsuit. Maybe they have some money. You know they have money. And the way you ask them without asking them, you know, I'm doing this real estate thing. By the way, by any chance, not you, but if you know anyone that's looking to get above average returns on their money while investing in real estate, please introduce him or tell him about me. Introduce him to me. I'm getting some deals, phenomenal deals that I can give really good returns on people's money. Not you, but if you know someone, please let them know about me. You know what that'll do? If that person has money, you know what they're gonna say to you? What do you mean not me? Why not? Hey, what's up? I'm right here. Talk to me, right? Talk to me, I'm right here. Boom, there's your opportunity to talk to them about what you're doing, the deals you're finding, how you're gonna structure these deals, how you're gonna do these deals, all of those things, right? The next thing is you wanna start to talk to community banks. I like community banks, and the way my mentors taught me was community banks because they're small, they're in your community, they're very relational, they'll be willing to lend money in your backyard, right, where you are. They'll be willing to lend you money, all right? I'm gonna give you a step-by-step process, actually in a PDF in the notes as well. I'm gonna give you a step-by-step process on how to find no seasoning community banks and the questions. I mean, I'm gonna give it to you step-by-step. Just check the notes below. It's gonna be in the notes. It's gonna be a free PDF. Guys, on me, for you, I want you to prosper. I want you to get your first deal. You're gonna follow all those questions. Everything's there, guys, from where to go to Google, how to talk to them, how to sound like you know what you're doing. I'm giving you the whole playbook on how to get the community banks so that you can learn what they're looking for, what the rules are that they want you to play by, so they can lend you money, give you a small commercial loan. Because you're buying these properties in LLCs. You're not buying these in your name. It's best to buy them in a limited liability company for asset protection, for limited liability, right? You don't have the liability of someone suing you personally, and you're exposed personally. And then you want to create a system to communicate consistently with wholesalers, okay? So when you go to these RIA meetups, you want to connect with as many wholesalers as you possibly can. When is your turn to get up? Most of the time, you go to these meetings and there's a bunch of investors and they go around the room, introduce yourself, what are you doing, what is it? When it's your turn to get up, you make sure that you are clear, because you decided and you're committed. Remember, decide, commit, massive action. You're in the massive action phase. You make sure that when you stand up with certainty, you say, I am looking for this particular type of deal. So I'm looking for a duplex with a minimum of 30% in equity. Any wholesalers in the room, please come see me. I like to talk to you. I like to get your phone number. I like to connect with you because I am buying. And what that's going to do, guys, is the wholesalers in the room are going to swarm you at the end or during the meeting. They're going to swarm you, and that's what you want, because the wholesalers are the ones that are finding those deals. They're the ones spending the money on the marketing, on the bandit signs. They're the ones doing the Craigslist ads. They're the ones doing the mailers to these motivated sellers. They're the ones knocking on the doors. They're the ones doing all the heavy lifting, and for a fee, they're going to give you those deals. So you want to make sure you get as many wholesalers as you possibly can. Go to as many meetups as you can and start putting them in a list. Create a spreadsheet with their name, phone number, and email. And here's the secret sauce. Every week you're gonna text them. You're gonna start building relationship with these guys. Every week, create a system to communicate with them consistently. And every week or every 2 weeks, you're gonna call them, you're gonna text them, you're gonna send them an email. Hey, what's up, man? Just checking in with you. I wanna see if you have any deals for me. You're gonna stay in the game. And guys, there's so many ways that you can do deals. Don't let the fact that maybe you don't have the money to do a deal right now deter you from actually going out there and start talking to these wholesalers and start letting them know. You will get resourceful, right? And you will figure it out. If you're doing the things I'm telling you to do, you will figure it out. You will find the money if you ask the question I just told you. You just got to be committed with everything you got. If you got a full-time job, if you're a mommy, if you're a dad, a husband, and whatever you got going on, if you're working 2 jobs, guys, we find time for what's important to us. That is real talk. That is the truth. We find time for what's important to us. If you can only invest 20 minutes a day, if you can only invest 30 minutes a day into this business, if you could, that 30 minutes a day, right, compounds. If you have to wake up 30 minutes earlier to put an ad on Craigslist, if you have to wake up, go to bed 30 minutes later when the kids are asleep, guys, you have to commit. That's what it takes. You have to commit, because that 30 minutes every day, consistently, adds up to a lot of minutes in a month, to a lot of minutes, right, in a quarter. And I'm going to suggest a book to read while I'm at it, and it's a compound effect. And the compound effect talks exactly about that. This is How You Gain Momentum by Darren Hardy. The compound effects. Make sure you check out that book. Awesome book. Guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys listening to this podcast and watching us on YouTube. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. As you know, it helps us with the algorithms. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.